Hey guys, welcome to another community spotlight here with REV. We are with the founder and CEO of Jack Coffee Company, Chris Matthews. And for those of you that don't know about Jack Coffee Company, you will very, very soon. And Chris, will you do me a favor and kind of just share what Jack Coffee Company is all about, what the whole mission is, and how this whole thing got started?
Great, absolutely. So Jack Coffee is actually a protein-infused Nitro Cold Brew Coffee. So it's got 21 grams of protein, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors and sweeteners. We use a grass-fed whey that we actually import from Ireland, and we actually use a local custom blend from Mad Priest coffee shop here in town. Yeah, and so the whole mission of Jack Coffee is to have coffee be the, I'm gonna use the term medium for supplements and for nutrition, because the reality is there's so many, protein drinks and supplements and, enhancing supplements that come together now, that what I really want to try to do is get back to the base of everything that it used to be, which was, I'm going to drink my cup of coffee and feel really good, and so get really natural. And so what we're trying to really focus on is being as natural, as safe supplement company or product company as possible, and give those to the people.
Yeah. And I loved our conversation we had. And again, I'm all about the organic, no artificial sweeteners, very low in sugars or no sugars, and you can avoid it. What was your driver for making this company? Because this is a relatively new company. What was it that happened in your life that you said, I need to create something that, I can use for me, but then also other people? Right.
So the big thing for me was, ages 17 to we're gonna call it 22, 23. I was like a pre-workout and supplement fiend. I was just pounding shit.
What'd you use? By the way, Chris told me he does curse, so families, watch out. Okay, sorry about that.
Sorry about that. So what did I used to use?
Yeah, what did you used to use?
Oh man, so I used to use, Inno Explode. There was stuff, just called Rage. What were some other really big ones?
I used C4 back then.
Yeah, so C4, they're still really good. So they're actually becoming more clean, so good for them, yeah.
Wow.
But there were just stuff I'm talking about the stuff that was on there that was hey, we're gonna have to take this off the shelves in a month because the FDA is gonna come in and take it. And I was like, that's the shit I want. I want that. Yeah. And so I did that for a long time. And then basically, while I was transitioning from college, I started having my heartbeat rhythm was off and heart palpitations while I was taking these different supplements. And I was like, man, I can't even have basic supplement, which is caffeine andros. So caffeine that's made in a lab. And I was like, I just wanted something that I know will make me feel good and give me good results that is totally natural. And I was like, what is that to me? That's gonna be coffee. And so it started as being well, I'm just gonna have this coffee, and then I was well, I'm gonna start adding stuff to it and see how it works, and more base things creatine monohydrate, beta-alanine, L-arginine, some B12s, B6s, all that stuff. Yeah. And I just started doing that, and I was like, yeah, it's my own little concoction, and I'm making it.
You had it in a mason jar.
Yeah.
You were going to businesses and say, hey, try this.
Exactly. So I had it in mason jars,
we've come a long way.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I did that, and then I was like, man, I'm gonna make a protein one of these. And so I put the protein in these mason jars. And so it was hilarious because I would be like, hey man, do you wanna try this mason jar of protein infused cold brew? And they'd be like,
absolutely.
They'd be yeah, I guess. And I'd be like, yeah, just give it a shake. And they'd shake it up and drink it, and then be like, yeah, so this tastes like ass. And I'm like, great, man. So, but tell me how, tell me why, what can I do to tweak it? And so we went on for I guess 3 or 4 months, doing that, just getting a raw a taste profile of the type of coffee, the type of protein that's gonna work. And we ended up landing on the formula that we use today, which is, I said, that custom blend from Mad Priest, which is a darker roast. Yeah. And we use a grass-fed whey protein that we import from Ireland.
It's amazing. I was skeptical because protein-infused coffee. I'm not even a huge fan of the nitrogen process and the cold brew process. I do enjoy it, but I personally love a bulletproof with grass-fed butter and the coconut oils and MCTs. And so when I tried this, I was like, wow, this is really, really amazing. So in a very short time from going to a mason jar and just kind of blending it up to where you're at today, you've come so far. And let's address the name. Right? It's Jacked Coffee Company. One, why did you call it Jacked? And who is this product really for?
Right, great question. So the reason I landed on the word jacked was, you know, people were like, oh, you call it Chris's coffee and everything like that, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted this to just be the name to embody what it stands for. And when people drink this, it's like, oh, I feel really jacked. Like I'm feeding my muscles, I'm feeding my brain from that protein, but also like I'm getting jacked, I'm getting hyped up on this because of the natural occurring caffeine in it. And I was like, well, we're gonna call it jacked coffee and move forward. And so that's how that's how I settled on the name. And then who this product is for is it's pretty much for anybody that's looking to go who has goals, looking to go from point A to point B. And that goal could be like, man, I really want to, you know, get my back squat from that 350 to that 400 mark. Or it could also be, you know, the engineers who are just like crushing through their day and being like, I need something that's more sustainable and natural for my body to fuel me to get this work done. And so that's what it's all about for me is this product is for the men and women who care enough to be concerned about what they put in their bodies and help them smash their goals the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, I love that mission because I personally love coffee. There's a lot of debate if coffee is good for you with the acidity, but through the cold brew process, it actually decreases acidity, right?
Correct, yeah.
And also, too, you're not telling people you should take this first thing in the morning, at lunch, at dinner, and then at 12 o'clock. No, it's kind of a once in the day thing to get you through what you need to. And like with coffee, it's all about where you're getting your coffee from. Are you getting it from, you know, the bottom shelf of the convenience store? Are you getting it from a high quality place that gets quality coffee beans? And the people at Mad Priest and what they do there, they have the highest quality coffee that I know of in Chattanooga. And they're an amazing company. So like, it's awesome that you're doing that. You definitely have high values. And also too, you know, jacked, getting stuff done, putting 350, 400 on the deadlift. Obviously, you know, translates to the guys and the men out there, but also women that are in the CrossFit gym and stuff like that. But you know, my wife, she's 105 pounds, 4'11" and a half, not very big, but she loves this stuff and she's not trying to get jacked, but she's like, this is amazing tasting, and she's focused. We got 2 kids, like she's able to just, you know, have this as a nice drink in the middle of the day, just to enjoy herself and get what she needs to.
And it's so funny you said that because typically like the people who are, I'm gonna call them like the workout type individuals, they're like, I love it right after my workout in the mornings, and so it gets me through the day. But what's really interesting is a lot of you know, women, like your wife included, are like, I love it as a 2 p.m. pick-me-up because it's more so of like a you know, just like a snack and like a healthy meal all in one, as well as some energy, so it gets you going.
And it keeps you hyper focused because there was an accident right back there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we did. That was nuts. Yeah, that was crazy. I was like trying to not. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, man. So Jack Coffee Company. The last thing I want to ask you guys is where is this company heading? Where is this that you want to take it? Because right now, you know, you're spreading the message. It's still a relatively new company. Like, where do you want to take this thing to?
Right, so the vision of Jack Coffee is I want to stay focused on having coffee as our medium, like I talked about, but I also want to bring on different types of supplements. So like we've got our protein infused Nitro, right? So we've got this one. And then so what we're more than likely going to do is we're going to have at least 2 to 3 other flavors of this so that we can start catering to more people in their, you know, because people are very particular about their coffee. So getting that done. And then what I also want to do is I had this, you know, the supplements and those pre-workouts that I was working on, I also still have that developed, and so I'd love to start bringing those on as well as some like nootropics, other things like that to help really hammer down that focus for individuals. And so kind of just have this whole spread of just healthy, natural based coffee supplements.
A huge mission. You are already hustling. I see you everywhere here in Chattanooga, and you go to like Alabama and North Carolina and everywhere to spread this. So Jack Coffee Company will be very huge very soon. So you guys are learning about it now. And also to anybody that watched this video or part of the REV community, you guys are going to get a special discount that we're going to put on the show links and under the comments below. So make sure to check this out. Make sure to follow Jack on social media, and we appreciate you guys spending time with us today.